Today is National AI Day, and we're going to take a look at how artificial intelligence is changing our everyday lives.
That's right.
How do you keep up? How do you stay relevant? How do you make sure your skills don't get behind?
Those are questions that everyday folks are asking every day. From learning how to work with AI to building the human skills technology simply can't replace, we're breaking down what you need to know to stay competitive with the help of the AI chicks. Lana, Hout, and Aisha, Corpas, Wynn. Welcome, girls.
Thank you.
Ladies, women, humans.
All
chicks. Or chicks. I mean, I wanted to call you chicks, but I don't want to get canceled. So
we labeled it for ourselves.
Yes.
You know, it was catchy, so we had to go with it.
I like it. So AI, obviously, everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's not, one day there's going to be a day where there is artificial intelligence. People are kind of, you know, like, am I going to be relevant?
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to have room in the workplace? Is it a real threat? What do you say?
I think that it's one of those yes and no kind of answers, right? Like, it is a threat in the sense that not all jobs will stay. Certain jobs will get replaced by AI. That's just the nature of new technology. However, I think a majority of the jobs are going to be amplified with AI, where the human will still be responsible for the strategy and the thinking, the critical thinking, but then the AI will automate the repeat tasks. And so I think that really what people need to understand is, you want to be competitive in a workforce, in an AI-powered workforce, you need to have skills in AI. And so it's really important that you learn how to use AI for your specific industry.
Yeah.
So what are the skills that are going to be most valuable in that AI workplace? How are people going to be, I'm going to level up my skills, that's going to give me job security and make me even more valuable?
Well, first off, there's just certain things that AI cannot replace.
Right.
There's a lot of just human amazing ingenuity that we have from like creativity, innovation. We have, you know, our communication and real-time communication. No matter how much data AI has access to, there's just certain things that it cannot perform in real time. And then also critical thinking. We talk a lot about that on our podcast, making sure that we don't just check out when we're using AI, as well as, let's see, emotional intelligence.
I was
of
say,
EQ is super important.
Yeah.
And so all of that are things that just AI is not going to replace, that you want to make sure that you really improve all of your natural human skill sets around that. And then one of the most important skills with using AI is prompting. That's like the gateway skill into communicating with a lot of these AI tools.
Yeah. Okay, so we both have kids, both in schools now, high school, college. How is AI transforming education, students? What, as parents, should we be on the lookout for?
Well, I think that, look, there's a lot of camps about AI in education.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys know as parents and hearing all the different conversations. I personally think, and Aisha, we are the AI chicks, we believe in AI literacy.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the students need to understand what AI is and then how it's being implemented. So for us, we actually created an AI-ready course.
And we actually were here because we're technically from LA, and flew out just for you all.
We appreciate that.
But we've done a New York school tour where we were firsthand in the schools talking to these students and really seeing the distinction of what they're familiar with and what they're not familiar with. And yeah, so AI literacy is key because some kids are using AI, but they don't fully understand the fundamentals of AI.
Do you think it should be implemented in classrooms?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, I think where people get caught up with AI is, like, we're not saying to use AI to replace thinking or to replace you actually knowing the information from the class that you're taking. It's kind of like when a calculator came out. You still needed to learn how to do the math, but you just had the calculator. You tested differently. I think with AI, you got to test differently. But I really think that it's important with AI specifically that we don't just say, you know what, we're just not going to put it in the schools. Because the students need to know how to use it if you're going to prepare them for the workforce.
And think about it this way. We always talk about this on our podcast. Like, you get a cell phone. No one teaches you how to use a cell phone. And so there's a lot of features that your cell phone may be able to do that you're not using or utilizing. And so if there was a cell phone literacy, if we're going to do a parallel, you may know how to do a lot more cool things with it other than what just your kids or your friends or your coworkers teach you.
Chicks, we have just scratched the surface.
Yes.
We would love to invite you back because AI is here to stay.
Yes.
So, and there's a lot of wealth of knowledge in those two brains. So we thank you for imparting it. Valuable information. You at home for more AI education. You can follow the AI Chicks on Instagram.
Yes. Thank you.
We've